Good morning, fam. It's your boy Harvey. I'm sitting here thinking again. When I was coming up, right, I can remember now, right, that I was a dope fiend before I even put the dope up in me. Because in my hood, right, my peers and things, right, being a dope fiend was normalized. You know what I mean? The people that I was around, because I grew up in the streets, right? You know, my father died when I was 4, right? And my mother was ill, right? So I took to the streets, right? And out in the streets, right, I was around all types of people, you know, in the neighborhood, right? You know, everything is out in the streets, right? You know? So the people that raised me out in the streets, they was a few years older than me, most of them, right? So I learned a lot of things, you know, from the people out in the street, be it good or bad, right? Negative or positive, right? So, like I say, dope fiend was normalized, right? Because a lot of them, right, even if not a lot, right, a few of them, right, you know, they was doing drugs and things, right, when I was, you know, very young, right? And sometimes, you know, I would be right there while they putting drugs in them and stuff, you know. I'm talking about, you know, hard drugs. I'm talking about cocaine and dope and things like that, right? So it became normalized with me at a very young age. I was being influenced, you know, by people, places, and things, right? At a very young age, right? So that's why I say, right, I was a dope fiend before I even put it up in me, right? There's so many subtle approaches was going on around me, right? And it's not like I had, you know, a father figure raising me, you know, letting me know the ins and outs to things, right? And training me to do other things, right? So I became a victim of circumstances. Yeah, they was influencing me, right? Like I say, some things, you know, were positive, some things were negative, you know. Some of my role models and things, you know, that I looked up to, you know, some of them had flaws, you know. They was getting high in things, right? So that influenced me. So like I say, yeah, I was a dope fiend before it even, you know what I mean, got in me. Before I even put it in me, I was already a dope fiend, because things was normalized, right? Things was normalized. All the people, not all the people, but you know, some of the people that I was coming up around, right, they was already into those things, right? So I was influenced by these things, right? So now I understand the importance, right, of your environment, right? When you're innocent, right, and you coming up, you know what I mean, you's a young person coming up, right? Your innocence can be taken away, you know, in many forms, you know. You know, it can be taken away, you know, in many forms, you know, just by the people that you know you are around, right? You know what I mean? Drugs is just one way, you know. But yeah, that's what's up, you know. I was already a dope fiend before I put it up in me, because psychologically, I accepted that stuff, you know. You know, I didn't have no strong, you know, mental capacity, you know, to reject it, right? So, you know, consciously, you know, my subconscious, you know, accepted that, you know. It accepted that, you know. I didn't reject it, right? I didn't, you know, openly reject it, you know. I wasn't mentally strong enough to reject it, so it was just a settled yes, you know. So that's how it was easy for me to become, you know, a a certain type of, addict, right? A coke dope addict, right? It was easy for me to go that route, you know what I mean? Because it was accepted. And then when I did experience it, they was my drugs of choice, basically. All right, fam, a little bit on, me being a dope fiend before I even got it up in me.